Hey everybody, Kaiden here, and welcome back to another gaming video. And today we are back in Roblox Pilot Training Flight Simulator. And yes, we have quite a cool update today. You can already tell one of the changes behind me, which is of course this Christmas tree, and outside we have some snow falling on the ground. This is just one part of the update. We have a lot of cool winter things added, mostly snow, and also some very small Christmas decorations around airports. But the main star of the show today is the new 747 revamp. That is correct, we have a new remodel of the iconic airliner, the Boeing 747. Including with the revamp, we have also new features added on some of the other variants, and also 2 different liveries. So I'll go ahead and show you that right now. Okay, so inside of the aircraft spawner, if we go to airliners, we can see we have this airliner, the Boeing 747. This is the Boeing 747-400, and we have 2 new liveries here, which is Pan Am and Iberia. All of these 747s have been updated to include the new modeling of the 747, including the Air Force One, aka the VC-25. I don't have the Game Pass for this, but inside of Air Force One, they have done a really nice job in putting all the presidential suites and everything like that inside of the VC-25. I'll show you though the Pan Am and Iberia livery. So starting off with the Pan Am livery, here she is, the Queen of the Skies. They did a really amazing job with the modeling of this, especially on the nose, which is my favorite part. As you can see, it's very rounded and not blocky anymore. That included with the modeled cockpit windows makes it look really nice. Going over to the side here, we of course have the Pan Am livery, or rebranded as Dan Am for copyright issues with PTFS. We of course do not have any winglets on here, especially because all of the airliners modeled are the 747-400, and unfortunately for Pan Am, they never were able to buy any 747-400s, but still really cool regardless that we have this. And it's not only the outside that they really improved, but also the inside of the 747. So if we hop inside into the cockpit, they have done an amazing job modeling this to look pretty darn realistic to the real 747. We of course have really nice detailing on the yoke and the throttle quadrants, and all of our instrument panels, switches, knobs, and the autopilot panel. Of course we cannot click these, they're not like X-Plane, just a sort of arcadey style of flight simulator, if you will say. We of course do not have overhead panels, circuit breakers, or any flight engineer section, just because it is PTFS, but including with the cockpit here, very nicely done. We also have a updated cabin. So inside, oh, somebody just stole our plane. Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna continue this while they're moving the plane, but we have all of the class layouts here. Of course, the upper deck on the 747, very iconic. The first class section, which you can sit in, and also the economy cabin. So very nice, very nicely done. And I'll go ahead and show you the next livery, which is Iberia. Over to here, if we go back to the 747, we have Iberia, or renamed as Ideria. Nicely done on the livery as well. The colors look pretty darn accurate to the real Iberia livery, and we have the winglets for the 400 variant, of course. And hopping inside of the Iberia 747, we have the same cockpit as well, also nicely done, and this very orange cabin. Now, I'm not an expert on Iberia or their class configurations and everything like that, but I'm not sure if it's orange in real life, but if it is, cool, because we do have all of this orange cabin interior over here. We can sit in all of these, and we also have, what do you call it? Going back down over to here, really nicely modeled landing gear. We have lots of details with all of the struts and everything like that, so very nicely done and very detailed. I will move over to our cargo variant 747s. They also have something really cool as well, so let's move over to there. Alright everybody, so in the cargo spawner we have the Boeing 747F and the Boeing Dreamlifter. Now both of these have 2 special functions. The Boeing Dreamlifter, if you didn't know, is a real-life special transport cargo plane for Boeing, sort of like its version of the Airbus Beluga, to transport a lot of different large-scale Boeing parts. The real airplane, the tail swings out so that you can put cargo inside. This is also modeled in PTFS as well. So we have here the modified, the Dreamlifter 747. If we go ahead and sit inside of the pilot seat, we can already look inside, and we have a special function here in the controls. If you click Q, the tail swings open just like the real Boeing Dreamlifter, and I think that is so amazing. It definitely adds to the realism if you're going to fly this thing and park it at cargo stands. I don't think you can put anything inside of here, which is too bad, but still really cool regardless that you can open this up. The next one that I will show you, which somebody already spawned in here, is the Boeing 747F, which is just the 747-400 but a freighter version, and I'll show you the special function there. Alrighty, so we have two different liveries. We have the Korean Air Cargo and the UPS livery, or rebranded as Korean Air and SUS. I'm just going to show you the Korean Air Cargo one, right next to somebody who has the UPS 747, and they just spoiled the function, but you can already see it. We have opening nose door just like the real cargo 747-400. Inside we also have this modeled very nicely cargo hold area, but just like the real one, and like that UPS demonstrated, we can open up the cargo door and get the smiling 747. Hooray! But looking inside, we can't put really anything in there just because we don't have any ramp or anything like that. But going back throughout here, we have, of course, the cabin or the crew rest area and this yellow ladder, which we can walk down and actually walk inside. So that is really, really awesome. With the 747, I really like the revamp that they did to it, especially with the cockpit. It is so detailed now, and the nose just really shows the majestic qualities of the 747, that really distinctive look. We have one more other small revamp that I'll show you really quickly. Next revamp comes to the F-15. So in the F-15, you can already preview here, they did a really nice cockpit overhaul to this, and if we sit in the pilot seats, we have all these really nicely modeled sort of Roblox style switches. You can't click them, of course, but they're still really nice to have. Lots of great detail in here if you like to fly the F-15, and we're getting a stationary water cannon salute by this fire truck, so thank you for that. I actually appreciate it, especially in cold weather. And oh, okay, going in the co-pilot seat here, we also have really nice modeling as well. But that is going to do it for the different revamps or remodels, and it's really snowing now, but this was with the F-15 and the 747. I guess the last thing that we have to do is take the newly remodeled 747 for a quick flight over to Orenji, aka Tokyo International. So let's hop in this Korean Air Cargo 747F and start our flight over. I guess we'll push back and get ready to take off. Well, I guess this guy is trying to pretend like they're de-icing the airplane with a fire truck. I guess since we don't have like a real de-icing thing, so thank you, sir. I guess they've role-played to de-ice our aircraft. Now that I see what they're doing there. Anyways, we now have the flaps set for takeoff, and we're going to taxi out to the runway. Okay, everybody, now we are ready for our takeoff roll. So, let's do a quick takeoff in our 747F. Alright, V1, and rotate, and we are off the ground, and the beautiful landing gear tilt of the 747. We have a positive rate, so I'm going to put our gear up, and put up one notch of flaps. And we are off for Orenji now, and we're only going to probably level at flight level 030, which may sound alarming, because that is extremely low for a 747 or any airliner. If we're talking about that, but for the scale, the PTFS map, it's actually pretty alright. You'll see. Alrighty, and we now have touchdown, for some reason with a stick shaker warning, but we'll apply our reverse thrust here, and I call that a pretty successful landing into Orange. We were just pretty darn slow for a 747 coming into there, but we're here safe, which is good. What in the world is this Antonov doing? Oh, that's probably not good for. Okay, they're down. Alrighty, we're gonna taxi over to a cargo stand, and interesting landing by the Antonov over there. Alrighty, everybody, we are here at a cargo stand now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off our engines and open up our cargo door. Now, I parked here, hopefully right on the taxi line, or not taxi line, the stand line. Let's see how we did with inside, and oh, we're just a little bit over, but at least we're a little bit accurate to that. But oh well, that was a pretty successful flight from Greater Rockford over to Orange. I guess we'll hop out of our plane now, and this is going to wrap it up here. Just a fun little video just covering the revamp of the 747, which is really nice. There's a couple of other camera changes and stuff too for mobile. So if you play on mobile, you also have, I think, one other thing with that too. But for everybody, we have, of course, the snow and winter weather and the awesome revamp or remodel of the 747. It really captures the look of the 747, and how they did the nose was really, really great. So thank you and good job to the PTFS team for making this remodel really, really nice. I really like it, and the amount of detail that they just put into everything was really awesome. But this is going to end off today's video. If you haven't played PTFS already and you enjoy aviation, try it out. It's of course not anything like X-Plane, but it's a Roblox flight simulator, so I mean, it's pretty cool for a Roblox flight simulator. Really arcadey physics, which is fun. And oh my goodness, they just set off a bunch of flares there. But yeah, if you already play PTFS, definitely check out the new 747. It is really nice. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a like, and also if you want to see more videos like these, also please be sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.